So this is a thing, something completely new. Well, this is new, but something for me is new. Doing an editorial. Good luck with that. Anyway, just Nintendo's Creators Program has been so controversial, and there's just been things that have irked me about it. And this is somewhat gonna be unscripted, but I'm just taking my notes down from a poor Skype chat. Poor guys on Skype chat seeing me rant for an hour and a half. Anyway, Nintendo Creators Program. What is irking me? What's irking me is that YouTubers are screaming, "They're taking all my money! They're taking my money! They're taking my money!" And that is all they are screaming. Me, as you can see, I'm a small channel, and I don't have experience nor the money to see whether I'm screaming or not. And that's a biased view in that opinion. But maybe because money isn't talking to me that much. There are things wrong with this program, and I'm thinking, why is it just the money that keeps being brought up 90% of the time? Nintendo's taking a 30% cut. Nintendo's taking a 40% cut. They're taking our money, which we rightfully deserve. There are more important things that should be brought up instead of the 30-40%. Specifically, this stuff. This stuff right here should be screaming. Yeah. This is so unscripted. But here we go. Number 1. Nintendo can use your videos the way that they want to. Basically, what we are what I'm pretty sure, from my biased opinion, this is what YouTubers are demanding. Basically, a worldwide, non-exclusive, royalty-free, transferable license used to reproduce, distribute, display, stream, publicly perform, publish that, blah blah blah, of their games. Okay, and they want to do vice versa. Also, the ownership, except for the license rights granted herein, Nintendo and or third-party content owners. Third-party content owners, as maybe third-party content owners. I'll touch on this, but that is a huge highlight there. Title and interested to the content and any and all other inventions, copyrights, trademarks, patents, trade secrets, derivative works, other proprietary rights there too. We do get the right title and interest in the video, so people go to PewDiePie because PewDiePie. We own that right. Yes! Everything else we don't. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Termination. Nintendo, where is it? Vista no longer have license to use or and no longer be entitled to any connection with it. Upon such and upon To's request, upon request. So it's not all bad, but you must immediately take down any video and text related there too. Program. um, Knocking on the door does not basically say just because we don't knock on your door, it doesn't give you the right to. Yeah. There's so many complaints about the money. Is it really about the money that they want this? If Nintendo were in it for the money, would they be doing what they're doing? They have in some ways it could, like, trying to lure more people in, more people thinking it's better thing, the demand to produce Nintendo videos goes up, and more money comes in that way. But are they really doing it for the money? Go back, like, why do they want to remove videos? It just, think about it. Why do they want the videos removed? I think it comes back to, and Fraser made a point of this, and um, where is it? There's something here saying that they choose what to put up. Oh yeah, the 48 hours. But basically, engaging in discriminatory, defamatory, libelous, hateful, harassing, abusive, obscene, threatening, physically dangerous, unlawful, otherwise objectionable conduct in relation to the content. To the content. Keyword to the content of an Nintendo Creators program. Yeah. I keep forgetting that. That's a key point here, being to the Creators program. And as Fraser said, they are being really, what's the word? Censorship. They want to control how their copyright content is used. And why are they taking some of the cut? Don't need to, but they need to take some of the cut. Basic answer, which probably escaped everyone's tips, is licensing. Okay, licensing, right here is it softening the blow. But out of all the companies, I feel like Nintendo has been the smartest that they are enforcing their copyright. And if the matter did go to court, they would have a lot more legs to stand on than everyone else in the business at this current time. There's been numerous fears that everyone else might bank on this idea, but can they? I'll touch on more of that. You gotta think from Nintendo's point of view. One, the following things. One, how would you be able to enforce a license for your copyright to make sure that all the copyright people are happy? And point B, how would you... I lost my point. Here we go. Oh, I lost my point. Oh yeah. How would you enforce copyright and B, make everyone happy? This was their answer, and well, it's not making people happy. I can see in a little headquarters and ticking boxes. We give them money, we give them a license, we give them everything to do. I don't think this is all Nintendo's fault. Creating this bad business, like bad model. Think about what they have to work around. They have to work around the current copyright laws in Japan as well. And they have to work around YouTube's system. How are they going to force people to get licenses? And how are we going to be able to get forced licenses without pissing people off, without putting everything behind a paywall and restricting it to just people, rich kids who can afford it? This is good in a sense that it gives people a license. Of course we're giving money to them. Of course they're taking money away from our maximized earnings. I'll touch on that later. But this is the best thing that appeases everyone. It appeases Google, it appeases the copyright people, and on paper, it appeases the consumer. I will touch on why it's bad. Hey, I'm losing my spot again. I will touch on why. everyone's talking about this, about it is so great. Finally, Nintendo's offering a way to produce their videos And a part of me is like, don't you want to throw a bone to Nintendo? On my notes here, it's got. On my notes here, it's got, would you throw money at Nintendo? But after thinking about it, I'll get back to that because I've got a whole rebuttal of things. You'll probably argue me, and I've got a whole rebuttal of things I've got planned. The ability to use the material to make YouTube videos never has explicit permission been granted. You have a look. I had a look at the Nintendo page, and it's like, well, what if we want to use copyrighted working material? And it says, basically, we have too many requests at times. It's a no to everything because so many requests, and we just can't process them. So, simple answer, no. And while that's initially unfair and stifling, this experience offers an opportunity. Yes, you can use the materials. We finally get a chance to use materials, and you just reject it. Anyway, what don't I like about the program? I don't like it. It's not perfect. And let's start off with this. It is very restrictive. Someone. Hang on, it's not him. 3 days. Hang on. User guide. Yeah, this is it. It can really take up to 3 business days for your issued content to be reviewed and finalized. 3 days! 3 days is a long time, and in terms of schedules, in terms of reviews, goodbye to that. If a video is taking that long to give the approval, your upload schedule is all dependent on them approving your videos, and if they don't approve your videos, you don't get money. Simple as that. And if there's a certain lifespan of videos, and once the main chunk is gone, you've goodbye to the video on a thing. Second point, they own everything in the video most interest. Goodbye, brands! Goodbye, brands! You've officially become Nintendo property. Shows like Game Theory and Game Grumps. Property that is theirs. Okay, the 2 different things, I need to touch on them. Brands. Is a Game Grumps suddenly Nintendo? Like, if they started using this network, using the system, and systems cancelled, like, does Nintendo finally, like, do they own every other Game Grumps thing? And, like, because it's one video, do they own the Game Grumps brand after that? So stupid! and it's really up there. Game theory as show that isn't gameplay, but it uses Nintendo IP. Is that Nintendo's? And with, mind you, it probably wouldn't cut through with all the defamatory stuff about Mario being mental and all that. But still, is that type of stuff Nintendo's? Do they own it? Do they own the concept? Completionist, blah. There's different types of IP, and you can use Nintendo's content while keeping your own IP. But the wording of the contracts here says that you can't do that. You can't do that! And maybe I'm missing something, but I have a few ideas like that requires Nintendo music, and I don't want to give up those ideas to Nintendo. I don't want to give them up. It's probably safe under fair use, but I want to use this program. I want to give Nintendo a bone. And they want to take that idea and suddenly claim it as theirs. It's just not cool. The system seems to be built for three things: Let's Plays, high scores, speedruns. Because they can going back to number 3. Hang on. Going back to number 3, we can do whatever we want of them. Then we can use them for marketing, etc. What better way is there than to use those types of videos? This run is going to be so long. I'm going to have to save my rebuttals for another thing. Everything can be changed arbitrarily. Everything can be changed arbitrarily. One day you're earning 60%, the next day you're earning 1%. Although I don't think the joke's like that. But it's just... there's so much bending the rules. Mind you, you see that a lot nowadays in contracts. Why do we put up with this stuff? Okay, we are not endorsing you. You're not saying anything about it. What? You're not endorsing us. You require us to put down that the license, blah blah blah, we're not endorsed, blah blah blah. All advertisement revenue is split with Nintendo, blah blah blah. You filter the content. Aren't you saying that this content is certified to be child friendly? Something that we are proud to put our Nintendo brand on. Let's look up the definition of endorsement. The act or instance of endorsing, something that endorses, such as a signature or qualifying comment, approval or support. You are giving us your approval. You're giving us your approval to post these videos, and that this has your you're telling the world with your censorship and all that this has your seal of approval. And you're not endorsing us. No, you're not going to bed. No, you're not in bed with us, as they say in the industry, but isn't that still a thing of endorsement? We're not gonna. Yes, we're not. You're not gonna put us on the you on Nintendo's YouTube page, but of course we can't say that Nintendo has put me above everyone else in the business. I'm the best. Nintendo says, watch my videos because we are the best. But think about it. You are saying, watch these videos. They adhere to our content. Is that not endorsing? I don't know how you're gonna yeah. There's all the biggest problem is usability. Who would need to use the Nintendo Creators Program? So many people, so many professional YouTubers have said, I don't want this program sucks. They're taking my money! I'll get back to that. This video's long. I'll probably cut it. I'll probably post my rebuttals in another video, but I will finish up my point about the negatives and that professionals, you discourage branding. You are discouraging branding when it is the emphasis of YouTube. You cannot have branding on YouTube. No branding on YouTube means no development, and the whole program is just going to fall flat. Without the professionalism, without the branding, you're going to be left with people like me who record with a potato recorder, and you're going to be overthrown with amateur videos. And do we really need that on YouTube? Do we really need more videos saturating, flooding the market? More videos that, if you really, I don't see them in the money for it because this is not a good business sense. But still, you aren't helping with situations, Nintendo. I do not like the 2-3 day time window. Because it's not going to be 2-3 days. So many hours of YouTube, of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute, and you think that you'll be able to translate that to so many minutes, hours of video being uploaded, being put through your program. Not to mention all the trolls. let's not mention all the trolls. Are you gonna blacklist people if they send in so many trolls comment? Or about that process, are you just gonna end up putting in templates, ticking all the boxes in the first 30 seconds? Heck, it's gonna get so bad. Those of you who play Ingress and the portal submissions, it takes 2 months. Mind you, I've got one that's been sitting on 3-4 months. It says 2 months. But what is the real problem? The real problem is, like I said, how do you establish an easier licensing plan? At the moment, It is all YouTube's content ideas mess. You try to establish an outside source, you get one big mess of a thing. This system is broken. Like I said before, copyright laws and how YouTube deals with copyright that is so broken. Why isn't there an option where royalties are paid per view? It works good on Spotify, even though there's a lot of criticism, and why don't we have the option to say that we're using this content for this purposes in a fair use of ish manner? Why can't the money go? I feel like Google's like, because in this situation Google is keeping all the profits are going to Google, and Nintendo's only what Google would normally give to creators is going to Nintendo and going through that avenue. And why do I need to take that money, and why can't they take Google's? Because Google is soliciting. No, soliciting isn't a word. I gotta watch my thing. I'm gonna finish up with this point. Well, this video with this point, and that is that we do need a change. There needs to be a simpler source. We can't do that with the current copyright laws and how YouTube deals with copyright. It's stupid. It's really, well, stupid. It's really close-minded, and yeah. I'm gonna put a video because there's so many rebuttals, and yeah. I've got rebuttals in store, and expect a rebuttals video from me. But this has been 30 minutes of what taken 50 minutes to write down, so yeah, expect a lot of I have a lot of thoughts. Anyway, in the next video, expect rebuttals on